Hello everyone, Chris Smith here. Make sure you tune in to Boxing Bros UK.
Hello everybody, this is Boxing Bros UK here. I am a Hiss the Boss, Chris. This is my co-host, Andrew, the Boxing Brain.
Hello.
And today, topic of the day is Dave Allen.
Oh, Dave Allen Wilder.
Yeah.
Is Wilder still fighting in next month or July? That the bum.
Yep, he certainly is.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Okay.
You know, he phoned me up. He said, I want the Deontay Wilder fight.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I mean,
yeah, why not? I mean, look, Deontay's got this fight coming up, which is should be a formality. And then
Should be.
Like, you know that Dave Allen against Deontay Wilder would do fantastic business in the UK. Dave Allen, right? When you look at it, let's go through the top 5 names, or 10. Top 10 names in British boxing right now. Go on. I'm talking about, and when we say big, I'm talking about interest, viewership, maybe bums on seats.
what heavyweight or not necessarily?
No, across the board.
Fabio Wardley.
All right, so
but in terms of your numbers as well, right? So you've got like AJ, Fury, Dubois, Eubank, Connor.
Yeah.
Right? I think they're like sort of 5. And then you've got that other, sorry?
Dillian White.
Yeah, but I'd put him in the next tranche, really, which is like, your Dillian Whites, your Callum Smiths, your
Buatsi,
Yardy.
You've got like Josh Taylor, Jack Cattrall, Lee Wood, Yafdol Smith, Adam Azine. You've got all these guys. But you'd put Dave Allen right at the top of that group, wouldn't you? I mean, we saw the numbers from the fight, not just the viewership, and obviously Johnny's responsible for a lot of that as well. But even post stuff, people like the story, don't they? People like listening to Dave Allen. And I think people would turn out to watch him in a big fight.
Good promotion of Dave Allen there.
You ain't got to tell us about Dave Allen. He holds the record views of
on
YouTube.
Wasn't that weighing in with socks in his pants?
That is the size of his gentleman.
Was that their biggest
is it?
video?
Oh, okay.
I don't know who's brought up sock, but 15 million views. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
50 million.
15 million. I didn't even realise that. Fucking hell.
All right, Andrew, next time we go to a press conference, I'm going to put some socks down my pants and just film me. Just going to stand there while I'm interviewing someone. I'm just going to fucking have
Chris, the boss, Chris and the Boxing Brain don't need no socks down the pants. I couldn't resist that one. Sorry. I could.
15 million views.
Yeah. Is that a cucumber in your pants or are you just pleased to see me? You know what? My first comments on this. I mean, fuck it, I feel a bit for Johnny Fisher. It's like Eddie Hearn's just banging on about Dave Allen now. And he's like, Fisher's old news now. Dave Allen, loads of points to this. Really.
I'll stop you right there. I just got one more video. So that was a week old. Yeah. This is from Dave Allen's mouth, his own mouth.
I'll add to it.
A Wilder fight, So, like he said, we love to hear Dave Allen talk. Yes, we do. He's funny. He's just like a real guy.
Subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Dave Allen, we love you. Give us a shout.
Started the wild.
Yeah, it's just. Well, I'm realistic. Johnny Fisher is a good talent. He's a good talent, but realistically, where would you place him? You could say he's in the British title picture, maybe. So it's a big jump from a kid with not much amateur background and 12 pro fights to Deontay Wilder, even at this stage. So I'm going along with the Wilder thing because I love the Wilder fight. It'd be the biggest money I've ever seen in my life. It'd be a big opportunity. He isn't what he was, but I'd still be a massive underdog. But 100%, I'm just going with it. Like, I'm all over that Wilder fight. Give me the money. Give me the opportunity. Let me try and. I beat a world heavyweight champion before. He was 40 odd and 10 years past his best, and also I'll beat another one if you want. But I'm not an idiot. I'm going along with it. I like the Wilder fight. Financially, it will secure my future. I know it's a dangerous one and whatever else, but stylistically at this stage, I think I've got a chance. I think I do. I'm slippery and tough, and maybe I catch them at the right time, stars of the line. But I'm also not a fool. I know. My current level, I think I've got a few more levels to go through. I think I'm better than people think, but I'm not an idiot at the same time. But I will play the game if it's going to get me a fight of that magnitude. 100%, I would like that.
Yeah, because listening to Eddie talk, he said it's either put a run of 2 or 3 together, or jump into one where, like you said, you get paid well, but you would be a sizable underdog? What is the preference? Because you could now put a run of 2 or 3 together, and them 2 or 3 will be names that people know and are credible.
Yeah, the plan is to go to Sheffield Arena, I think, in September. Or Sheffield, whether it's the Arena or the new Arena, the Cannon over the road, maybe. That's the plan. That's definitely going to be next, I think. You know, there'll be no Wilder next or no super big fight for me next, where I'm a big underdog. The plan is to go to Sheffield and have a winnable fight. Now, it has to be a decent opposition if we're going to headline the bill. It has to be someone of a good level, you know, and that'd be an hard fight for me. I'm not a superstar of the game that can box at a certain level and have easy fights. It's going to be a good matchup, but it's a winnable fight. One I probably should be winning. So we have that, and then we decide probably at the end of the year, do we go with another one like that? Another one that 60-40 in my favour, or do we say, look, let's go for the biggest money in a big fight? And you better believe whoever I box, I'm over at Jamie Nice is pretty much full time. I'm over there. Cost me a fortune over there.
So there he is.
Nice.
Dave Allen. So what are your thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, so I like we so I was just making some notes. The thing is with that fight, and I totally look, he's come out. What I like it, he's genuine and honest. He said, "Look, it's going to be massive money. We'll do massive, like Eddie said, and he said it'll do massive money. Wilder's still a big name, and he would be catching Wilder at the right time. This is kind of clever marketing and matchmaking for Dave Allen. He really is having an Indian summer, and he's thinking more with his head, got his business head on, and also fights the winnable fights. And the thing is with Wilder, 5 years ago, you'd have been like, no chance, as durable as Dave Allen is. The thing is now with that matchup, right? Of course, Wilder's still going to be dangerous, right? Because we know if he does land that right hand, but one, Wilder it doesn't seem to use that jab. He's just a rangefinder. And that rangefinder's no good anymore because he don't throw the fucking right hand. Both are useless. He don't use his jab. He don't throw the right hand. And when he does throw it, there's no conviction on it. He's broke his hand. He's got rods in his hand. Wilder's shot to bits. I don't think his chin's there. Defensively all over the place. Nearly 40. Gas tank. I don't know if he's there. This probably isn't. I'm not selling the fight very well, but I'm just being honest. Right? Dave Allen, coming into his prime, really. He's experienced. Chin still clearly there. Johnny Fisher, say what you like about him. He's a big, strong man. Hits hard. You know, wily. You know, I think he'll walk Wilder down. He'll get right in there. He'll be confident. And he'll stick it right on him. And I think he could have Wilder in all sorts of trouble. And I can't believe I'm saying that, Chris. But
you wouldn't.
It's true. But let's be honest, Chris. That fight, who goes in there for... All right, he says he's a massive underdog. I think that's a complete 50-50. I really do.
Right. How can, like, for me, Dave Allen's like the favourite in that fight because
maybe,
let's go on form, right? Because Deontay Wilder, he's lost his last 5 fights or 4. No, he's lost his last. No, he's lost his last 4.
He had one since Helenius, Chris, and Helenius was washed up.
He's lost 4 fights in a row, and each loss has got worse and shorter.
And all top 10 heavyweights at the time, if not higher.
Yeah, and I can just and Dave Allen, what he showed with Fisher is obviously Fisher's shit. We know that. Like, no disrespect to him, he's not very good. Let's just have it right. He's just
say it like it is, Chris.
So he. And Allen is very good, and Deontay Wilder now the blueprint out to beat him is out there. Dave Allen makes you work without working.
Yeah,
like just by standing there and a little feints, or just standing there saying, "Come on!" What Dave Allen does is he parries and he braces himself, so he's going to let you get off. And Wilder is not like double jab, triple jab moving, so Wilder can throw jabs, and then Dave Allen will just parry it and stay there. He's not going to move. He's going to parry it and try and counter and just maybe move around a little bit, maybe throw a little feint here. And once he catches Wilder to the body, them twiglet legs are just going to go,
yeah, I think you're right. And I think Allen's clever enough. And then with Jamie Moore now, I think there's a good team behind him. I think they're doing a bit more strength and conditioning. They're working on game plans. And I think we've always known with Wilder, it's taking away that one weapon he's got. He doesn't like to throw. He clearly doesn't like to throw that hand. That nuclear bomb much anyway. And Dave Allen just go in there, just pivot to the right, taking the pivot round to the right to take the mustard off of it, just slipping it. and coming in there, countering with his hooks of his own. I can sort of see how that fight's gonna play out. I can see it. I can see it potentially. And Wilder, when he does use his jab's sort of like almost non-existent now, isn't it? Like he doesn't really use it. Yeah. Like it's bizarre. Yeah. Sort of almost just sort of hangs it out there and tries to, bring the right hand in.
And everybody knows the right hand's dangerous, so they either
he telegraphs it badly.
He telegraphs it, and everyone knows the way to beat Wilder is stay on his chest. If you try, as soon as he loads up, and you think he's going to throw the right hand, feint, slip, step to the side, counter, and he's
take the muscle. You're right there, actually, because people don't. With Wilder, he needs that kind of space to be able to launch into that right hand. And the thing is, I know it's a bit like what Holyfield said about Tyson, is that people were running away from Tyson. That's the worst thing you do. To beat Tyson, he realised he had to get on him. He had to get on him, which is easier said than done against dangerous fighters. But with Wilder, as soon as you get him in, he can't fight on the inside. He can't fight on the back foot. He can only, he's an on-top fighter. So if you get on the inside, he can't really throw really good kind of short right hands and close his elbow off and get. He ain't really that sort of fighter, is he? So that is, you're right. That is a good analysis, because that's the way to beat him if you're courageous enough to do it.
Yeah, we know Dave Allen's got a chin on him, and if he's not getting and he doesn't throw, and Wilder's right hands, they're not like you said in a few videos back. They haven't got the same muscle.
No.
Like, he's not flowing through where he's nearly fucking coming off his feet, trying to take your head off. He's throwing it and he's not fully extending. I don't know what's going on. Do you think that's... So Dave Allen will eat them. He'll eat them all day long.
I've got a question for you on that, because I like the psychology of fight, because I'm very much about that. That's kind of my thing as a kind of, I don't know, boxing media person, is I like to look at the psychology in the fighters' minds a lot. And I don't know whether I think the power is still there, because it's the last thing to go as a heavyweight. We know that. I think it's a mentality thing. I just think there's a block. It's a gun shyness. He sort of almost looks a bit, not petrified is an exaggeration, but I think he looks really, really hesitant to throw it. And I don't know if that's an injury thing. I think it's more of a mentality thing. I think he just hasn't got that confidence to convict to it. But what do you think, Chris? I'd like to get your take on it.
I think it sounds silly, but I think smoking that ayahuasca is the worst thing that he could have done in his life. Chilled him out too much. No, because it gives you clarity and all this shit. When you're a fighter, you don't need that. You need to be mean. You need to be angry. Why are you smoking shit that makes you like? Because it's not like just like normal weed or anything. It's like, it's next level. It puts you in like some different world and shit, like hallucinogenic, all kinds of psychosis and stuff.
Yeah,
like it's good for you. Apparently, it's really good. It cures all these things. But if you're making a living off being a gladiator, being a warrior, warriors don't need to be. They don't need peace of. Peace and
you
love.
Are right. He's gone from. He's gone from. Sort of to this day, Radio Raheem, I want a body on my record, to sort of philosophizing, head in the clouds. Like it's like a different person. It's just bizarre.
I think the Bronze Bomber is dead.
Yeah.
And all we've got now is the Deontay Wilder that's twerking at the barbecue, having fun with his
friend. Well, that was the title I was going to chuck at you, Chris. The title I had in mind for this was the White Rhino versus the Bronze Bomber, but the Bronze Bomber ain't no more, is it? So...
the Bronze Bomber. Maybe we should.
There you are.
Speak of it, because I just think, that's all we can say on that.
That's
really.
it.
I think Allen's be the favourite, and it'd be a great fight. Like you say, obviously Wilder's not going to come to Sheffield.
No, so Wembley or not Wembley. It'll be like O2 maybe.
O2 or on a Saudi undercard somewhere, like on one of them big. I tell you what, actually, there's a 5v5. Potentially happening in August.
Oh, that would be good.
But actually, Eddie Hearn said it's not 5v5 anymore. It's going to have Matchroom and Queensbury fighters on the show, but it's a different kind of format. So basically, they're going to put a big card on in the UK. Maybe go on in there,
Why not?
So maybe it might be on there because he's a matchroom fighter.
That would do well, wouldn't it? That would do good. Yeah, that would make sense actually. But let us know in the comments what you think. I want to know from our regular subscribers or any new ones. Is it a 50-50? Would you still fancy Wilder? Do you think Dave Allen? Just let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you think we're too gassed from the Johnny Fisher win,
Maybe
Wilder can still fucking knock him out and Allen's shit. Tell us, or you agree with us. Let us know your thoughts. We really, really want to know, guys.
I might do a poll. I'll do a poll.
Yeah, do a poll. Like and subscribe, and check out the poll as well. Give us a vote. Tell us what you think, guys. So.